You've been told quitting is for losers, but almost half of working adults feel crushed by daily overwork, and 60% stay stuck in bad jobs just to look loyal. What if never giving up is the fastest way to burn out, not succeed? 90% of ambitious startups still fail despite all the hype. Who benefits from grinding yourself into misery? The real magic might start the moment you finally let go. So why are we all so afraid to stop? Everywhere you look, the message is the same. Don't quit, hang on, tough it out. But there is a psychological trap hiding behind that advice. Behavioral economists call it the sunk costs fallacy. It is the reason someone keeps pouring time into a job they hate or a relationship that is run dry because they have already invested so much. Walking away feels like losing twice. In 2024, LinkedIn found that 60% of workers stayed in unsatisfying jobs mainly to avoid wasting years of effort. It is not just work. People keep reading books they are bored by, showing up to hobbies they dread, or clinging to side hustles that drain every spare hour. The logic runs in circles. I have already spent so much, so I have to keep going. But those hours, dollars, and late nights are gone forever. Imagine trying to fill a bucket with a giant hole in the bottom. No matter how much you pour in, it leaks out, and you are left with nothing to show for it. As one behavioral economics expert puts it, sunk costs are past investments. They should not change what you do next. Yet most of us double down, hoping for a turnaround that never comes. The real loss is not what you have already put in. It is what you keep losing, minute by minute, by refusing to let go. Somewhere in a glass-walled conference room, a CEO in a $900 hoodie stands with a whiteboard marker, smiling at a room of tired engineers. He shouts, "Fail fast," as if the words themselves can turn lead into gold. That mantra echoes across Silicon Valley: fail fast, pivot, disrupt. If your startup goes down in flames, just call it a lesson. But here's the punchline. Nearly 90% of startups still fail. According to CB Insights, most do not rise from the ashes. They just quietly disappear, leaving behind motivational mugs and a stack of unpaid invoices. The pivot is not always a heroic leap. It is often just a spin before the fall. The original idea behind fail fast was simple. Run quick experiments, cut your losses, move on. But somewhere along the way, it became an excuse to keep throwing effort at a dead project, all in the name of grit. The difference between an experiment and an endless escalation gets blurry. The CEO keeps drawing arrows on the whiteboard, but the numbers on the spreadsheet never budge. If failing fast is so smart, why is everyone still grinding away? Maybe it is time to admit that sometimes the best move is not another pivot. It is just going home. Every adult gets about 112 to 125 waking hours a week. That is your entire budget, no secret stash, no bonus round. If you spend those hours grinding away at something that is going nowhere, you are not just losing time, you are giving up everything else you could do instead. The smartest quitters use 3 simple rules. First, if the future value looks negative, walk away. That means if your side hustle eats your evenings and pays less than minimum wage, you are not investing, you are bleeding time. Second, if it is wrecking your health or your relationships, that is a red flag. Chronic stress, lost sleep, or missing out on life with people who matter, that is the tipping point. Third, always time box your efforts. Give a project, a job, or a hobby a set window, 2 weeks, maybe a month. If things do not turn around, let it go. Maya, a software engineer, quit a draining side gig after tracking her hours and realizing she had not enjoyed a full night of sleep in months. Within days, her energy rebounded, and she finally had time for friends again. On the other hand, Tom shut down his app just before a planned round of user interviews. 2 weeks later, a competitor launched the same idea and took off. Sometimes quitting too soon stings. The trick is to quit with intention, not out of frustration, but after a clear, honest review, there is a difference between a strategic exit and just giving up. Knowing which is how you protect your time and your sanity. There is a moment right after you decide to quit, when your whole body seems to let go. Scientists have measured it. Cortisol, the stress hormone, drops by as much as 25% in the minutes after you finally say "I am done." Heart rate slows, shoulders loosen, and breathing gets deeper without you even trying. Dr. Emily Tran puts it simply, deciding to stop often triggers an immediate drop in stress and physiological relief within minutes. It is not just theory. People who have walked away from draining jobs or relentless side hustles describe the same thing. A physical sense of lightness, like stepping out of a heavy suit. 1 week after quitting, sleep returns, energy builds, and small things, birds, sunlight, the taste of coffee, start to register again. Picture the difference: climbing a corporate ladder with sweaty palms, a tense jaw, eyes fixed on the next rung. Now step off and sit in the grass. Breath slows, heart settles, the world expands. Sometimes the bravest move is to stop climbing altogether. Right now, millions feel trapped by obligations that drain their lives. Choosing to quit isn't failure, it's freedom regained. The real magic is deciding what's truly worth your time. Thanks for watching, I can't.